Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. I'm your host, Joe. This is my co-host that's always with me. Best co-host in the world, Darnell.
I'm doing bad things to people right now.
You'll know what that means later on. We are the YEET and NO YEET of wrestling podcast, the yes and no of wrestling podcast. Here, yet again, to cover a week of wrestling for you, with you. And before we go any further, please check the show notes down below. You can see timestamps so you can go to any part whether you want to hear Raw coverage, SmackDown, NXT, certain specific stories within those brands. You can click to it, skip right to it, and hear what you want to hear. Hit the like button when you do that. It helps us out. I appreciate it. He appreciates it. We all appreciate it. Comment. Talk to us about what you think about this week of wrestling, the next week of wrestling. What do you think about our opinions? And share it out to a wrestling friend or family member in your life. And we appreciate it. Appreciate you. It's good for business. This week, yet another week's passed of Raw on Netflix. Another week has passed of 3-hour SmackDown. And it's the first week of the era of the ruler on NXT. There's plenty to talk about. And as always, we will obviously start with the Monday show, the flagship show, the Netflix era show, Monday Night Raw. Welcome to the Netflix
They did nothing special. It's all trash. They ended it 30 minutes early. I can't believe they done this.
I can't believe
is what probably a lot of people were saying.
It's true. When I saw somebody being like, they need to figure out the format, I was like, it's 2.5 hours. Here's why it's okay to be a little bit in the know of like wrestling news and like YouTube videos and stuff like that, because then you would be able to know that and not be so upset about dumb shit, because you would have heard months and weeks before the debut of the first episode when they were like, I mean, it's going to be what we write it out to be. It's going to be what we need it to be. If it's 2 hours, 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 1 hour, an hour and a half, whatever we need it to be is what it'll be. Period.
People are weird.
People are weird. You see it and you hear it. 3 hours of wrestling is so hard to write for on a weekly fucking basis. Fuck you guys. It's so hard to watch on a weekly basis, to watch 3 hours of wrestling every single time it's on. 2.5 hours, if you ask me, perfect.
A sweet spot, for sure.
Let's talk about the biggest moment on Monday, the debut of Penta Zero. I mean, it's being talked about on every single format, how it's probably one of the greatest debuts for a wrestler that WWE has ever done. And I tend to agree with that.
It's funny the amount of people who are either saying, A, I've never heard of this dude, or B, thank God people remember him. And it's just like, bro, other people watch other shit. It's not that big of a deal. Like,
for real.
Good Lord. Oh, I don't watch AEW. Okay, cool. Cool story, bro. Congratulations. Well, you're living in a fucking echo chamber. Have fun in there.
I don't watch AEW. You didn't. Okay, I mean, you could have checked him out on TNA. You could have checked him out on Lucha Underground. You could have checked him out on fucking New Japan. You could have. I don't watch AEW.
Everywhere.
Yeah. You know, when you see a guy like that and then somebody says I don't watch AEW, I'm like, oh no, you meant to say you just don't watch anything but WWE. That's okay, and that's fine. But just get it right. The entrance was incredible. So many memes and people going around, but all I see in my head too all day when I think about it is him doing that little fucking walk down the fucking. I specifically said on a couple podcast episodes before when they were talking about him coming that I wasn't watching a lot about him specifically because I wanted to see what he was like on his debut. So like that would be one of the examples. Like I've never really seen his entrance before, so I don't know if that's how he's always done it. But man, that shit had, and I hate, not a big fan of using this word around here, but I mean that was fucking aura. That shit was that was good.
Yeah, my favorite part about it was everyone immediately saying, "Oh, he's copying Scott Hall. It's an ode to Scott Hall," and it's like, no, that was La Parka. All of it was La Parka. Even the fucking suit, it was all La Parka. But hey, fuck you, because I'm not accepting that.
For real.
Not everything has to do with anybody who does a slick walk. It ain't always Scott Hall, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't think of anybody when he was doing it. That's the other. People got to stop thinking in that moment? Like, I'm not thinking any of that shit when I was seeing him walk like that. I was like, man, he looks cool. That's what I was thinking. Like, just be in the moment, guys. But
people don't like doing that.
They're not fans of that. I mean, yeah, clearly you can tell by the people who are always having their phones out when the wrestler's right there next to him. I'm like, bro, I would not have my phone out. I don't care.
That was one thing that did piss me off a little bit because I seen, like, obviously we've seen the regular entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, someone fucking filmed it, so like it was showing like the part of him like
running
resetting his feet and shit. And I was just like, this isn't fun. Like, stop doing that, bro. Just
be there.
You're fucking there. You paid for tickets to be there. Don't flip through your fucking phone, you weirdo.
I understand wanting to have the memory. It's okay to take photos and shit and, do like be there, but it's like grab a photo real quick, put it away and be like, all right, and I'm about to enjoy what this is. Fuck yeah. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but for me, that's just me. That following up to, I mean, I like Michael Cole saying it. Chad Gable says the week before, I want your best luchador that you have. I want the best luchador on this roster. And we were like, okay, so he's going to go against Penta. But then he comes out and Michael Cole, it was the worst kept secret in the business. I'm like, 100%. We've been knowing this guy's going to be here for so long now.
Yeah, but even for the people who don't pay attention to all the other shit, the fact that they accidentally put this man's fucking gear up during the morning of, like, not even like a couple hours like before, like they probably should have done. These niggas was at like 9-10 a.m. and they're just like, get your Penta stuff, and it's like, damn, all right, whatever, just fucked everything up. They just straight up said, fuck it, we're here now.
Now we know. The match that ensued between them, great. Just such a unique, different move set that I hope they let him continue to use regularly and be able to show out more with, because it's just so something different from any of the luchadors that are on the brand and anybody else that's wrestling on WWE right now.
They're gonna have no choice to, because if not, then people are just gonna cry. Right.
The selling by him, beautiful. Like, literally, has been told by, like, the ref thought he was like for real hurt, and he was like, you good? He's like, no, I'm just selling. I'm selling really good, aren't I? You thought I was hurt? You fucking idiot. Nah, man, I'm good. Just obviously Penta ends up winning the match, and just the emotional promo afterwards, being able to address everybody in Spanish and also in English, and it's simply just letting everybody know, like, this has been my dream. I don't have to say too much else. Just letting you guys know, this is my fucking dream. Been waiting for this moment. And to see his family there, it got Jim Cornette got so emotional talking about this, like, overhyped him. But it's true. It's with a match and a promo, they got him over more than half the roster with just that. Man's is good. Now it's up to WWE and Triple H to not fucking fumble him and not put him into some dumb bullshit runaround program.
I doubt they will, because they've been wanting them for a while, and there's always some weird ass contract shit going on, especially when it was coming to AEW shit. So
yeah. Shouts out Ray Phoenix. You just gotta hang on, bro. Hang on. Just hang on.
And what's funny about that is I saw someone trying to start a rumor that he attacked somebody backstage. It was just like, what? It's like, bro hasn't even wrestled in a minute. Like, what are you talking about?
You know who else is getting him?
Just people trying to start shit.
Like Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin starting shit. You see that?
I don't know who that is. I'm sure he's going by his, like, real name now.
Oh, well, I don't know. On the reports, they're still calling him Corbin. I don't know what the fuck to call him. He's all upset talking. First of all, everybody knows what's going on. Ray Phoenix injured. Now Tony Khan's extending his contract. Won't let him out. Obviously, there's a couple other controversies between them all. AEW's got a lot of controversy going on, so it's pretty believable. But, like, Baron Corbin's like, hey, Ray Phoenix signed a contract. He should abide by that contract. And then argued with people on Twitter for a couple hours, apparently. And it's like, hey, lapdog, shut the fuck up. What the fuck? Like, you don't know shit about what's going on, so why don't you just shut the fuck up? This guy's already sucking Tony Khan's dick because he wants to be at AEW. Like, dude, that's crazy, Baron.
No, he's going to Japan.
Then why the fuck he care? Oof.
Could ask you the same thing there.
Well, I don't like bad business. I'm not a fan, Justin.
We watch WWE.
It's not bad business.
We're the worst business.
We used to be. Now we're pretty
Absolute good. Dog shit.
And guess what? I wasn't watching during that time when we were bad business. I was out. I knew from the start.
Nah, we were watching then.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you know, way back then. Yeah.
Oh, no, not even way back then. Right when we started fucking in 2023. That was still technically under Vince, and dumb shit was still happening.
It was technically, and I didn't know that.
He wasn't there. He just wasn't there. He just wasn't in front of the camera like he normally is.
Yeah.
Because you know that man can't get away from the camera to save his goddamn life.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, fuck him. But, you know, at the time, may I remind how that actually went down, which was that Vince was kicked out. Everybody was like, oh, shit, moving on in. And then we were sitting there all pretty. And then one day they were like, well, oh, you guys didn't know Vince still, like, runs stuff still. He's just not there. And we were like, oh. But during that time, Paul was doing creative, and it was great. And then Vince took over for, like, I don't know, it was like a month or something like that. And then he got wrong.
So dogged.
We'll move back over to Monday Night Raw.
No, we're gonna keep it right here.
We're gonna keep it right here. What the fuck was that all about, Vince? I mean, you're just a fucking weirdo. Let's be real here. There is no difference between you and Vincent Kennedy McMahon, you fucking psychopath.
I don't even know what else happened on Monday, to be honest. I just know Demian and what's his name had their crazy ass match.
Damian Finn did have an incredibly crazy street fight match, which, as per usual, ended with Damian winning. I saw a little fucking video of Finn Balor fans about to crash out if they see Finn get pinned one more fucking time, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'd be crashing out too if I was a big fan of Finn Balor, because what the fuck? But this is all for the greater good for him. It's all to push him into something else. Like the breakup of the Judgment Day. Well, what else happened was, what some people, you know, the more and more the show has been going on, the more I'm like, man, you be right about a lot of things. Like how people just be hating shit to hate shit. Like, people hate that Jey Uso's going against Gunther for the world title at Saturday Night Main Event. And I'm like, why? And they're like, well, Jey Uso clearly isn't going to win. I'm like, okay, well, says you, first of all. Says you. And second of all, like, even if he's not going to win, why? I mean, like, that's a lot of title matches. Did you think KO was going to win any of those title matches? Did you think AJ Styles was going to win any of those title matches? Did you think that Damian was ever going to win the title back from Gunther in his title matches? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Like, we're just here to see some good stuff. So, you know, Jay and Gunther and Drew all had their little they had their little go around, which was funny. Yeah, no, I think that that's a great setup. Jey Uso versus Gunther, and I thought the promo between them was great too.
Yeah, he something that somebody pointed out, that it was just like, look how he controls the crowd. He hypes them up when he needs them to be hyped. He hypes them up, and when they need to be quiet down, he quiets them down. All the time they listen. He has them wrapped around his finger, but motherfuckers still just want to hate.
Crazy,
and it's great, and even more funnier because it'll give everybody else a chance to get out of the fucking mud. Because it's just like, damn. Even though it's only been 2 weeks since Solo lost. It's like, if he wins the belt, that gives the rest of the other bloodline reason to come over and fuck with him. And then he still has to deal with Drew. Actually, that would be perfect setup for them, because then that'll give him more of a reason to go after Jay before he goes after Roman. But yeah, motherfuckers just need to let shit play out sometimes. That's it, really.
Yeah.
Because if not, you just sit there and cry all day, and it's just like, look at you, not happy. You're a spoiled fat baby.
Yeah, you got to take your expectations for like, right now. I would say genuinely right now, I have zero expectations. I mean, because I genuinely do not know what to expect. We guess and we do predictions and stuff, but like, no idea if any of that's gonna come true. Nobody knows if Gunther's gonna be champion all the way till Mania. Nobody knows if Cody will be fucking champion up till Mania. I mean, Rumble's coming up soon, so one of them has to stay champion. But anything's possible. Anything can happen. It doesn't have to be the way you think it's gonna be, and sometimes it's for the best.
I feel like in Gunther's case, it's like, bro, you legit haven't really done anything. You've been MIA for a minute. For the fact that you weren't even on your own show's premiere episode,
yeah,
like even as a slight promo or something, you did some like backward social media shit with you punching a fucking mannequin of yourself,
yeah,
like backstage. It's like, why are you're not beefing with anybody really, bro? And actually, yeah, the whole Demian thing went out the window too, because or did they wrestle at Saturday Night Main Event or whatever the fuck it's called?
No, I forget who.
Because I feel like they had a thing where he tried to jump Demian, and it was just unsuccessful. And he basically big broed him.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I feel like nothing came after that. It probably did, but I'm not sure.
I think that's when they did Saturday Night Main Event against each other. I think I want to say, but I feel like that was also Finn versus Demian for Saturday Night Main Event. Oh, it was the triple threat Saturday Night Main Event between them.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so then he's just pretty much out of story.
Yeah, basically. And I mean, you're right. Yeah, Gunther has nobody that he's in an official storyline with, and I mean, yeah, that could be an issue of them realizing that they really don't have anybody to write with him with right now, or just that, like, I don't know, whatever's coming is coming. But you can have a good feud with him, especially with what's coming in the next few months. But you kind of got to hurry that shit up. Royal Rumble's coming, Chamber's coming, and Mania's right after that. So let's figure it out.
Yeah, because this is pretty similar to what happened to Cody when he became champ. It was like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah. Cody's sitting pretty this year. Cody's like, you guys are going to have to come after me this time. Tee.
And then, yeah, Kevin was just like, yeah, I'm going to carry you. I'm going to carry the fuck out of you right now, dog. Sorry.
Carry you all the way there, though. Who cares?
I mean, honestly, yeah, because he had to shit with the bloodline. Kevin was there, and Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Each time he had to deal with them, he was there. And then when Roman came back is when everything got fucked.
Yeah.
Because then it was, I can't believe you teamed with him. And then that put what's his name? That put Randy in the crosshairs.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's on vacation, chilling with the family, playing Elden Ring.
Hanging out.
Yeah, and then Kevin just became the rightful psycho.
Doing great at. Shouts out Kevin Owens. The thing about Gunther is that, like we've talked about, like John Cena would be a good program for him. CM Punk would be a good program for him. Just has to get there. So, I mean, yeah, I agree. It does suck that, like, Gunther wasn't there on the first night. Second night, he's just there to do a promo where he accepts a match from Jey Uso to be the contender to...
Isn't this the third? Isn't this the third one?
This is the third one coming up.
No. Oh, yeah, third one coming up. Okay.
Yeah. And then, now we have his title fight coming up. So it's like, what is he even going to do? Is he even going to be there tonight? And I see, that WWE is having trouble right now with promoting everything at once, which everybody has to realize that we can't do that. But they are still having issues with letting things fall off, like the Women's Royal Rumble, Gunther. Like, we're like, what are you guys even doing with this? And they're like, oh, I don't know. What about the World Tag Team titles on Raw? Like, I don't know. What do you think's next for Valkryia? I'm not too sure. They have no clue. It seems like
they just do what they did with Chelsea and Meechin. They just run back the rematch till and then they're gonna probably just pivot into somebody else.
Yeah.
The one weird thing that was not even, I can't even say like was weird because it still is weird that they keep having these wrestlers show up on fucking Raw without their belts. It's like, why didn't y'all have your belts at all? Kind of fishy.
Ooh,
There's
oh,
a lot
yeah,
of
that's
them.
right. Yeah.
Cody didn't have his belt. War Raiders didn't have their belt. Braun didn't have his belt. And there was somebody else who didn't have their belt either. I can't
Yeah.
remember who. But yeah, none of them had their belts on the premiere. It was kind of fishy. It's like it's not like nobody has a deal or something where they're like you can't show the belts. It's like that's
Yeah.
only for the Speed Championship because y'all are dumb for making that.
Bro,
Both of them actually.
Who even fucking watches Speed anymore? I don't watch Speed anymore.
I haven't even seen the notifications for when they put the matches up on Twitter. It's usually I'll like if when it pops up, I'll watch it because I'm like it's fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, like it started to bother me more, the whole title thing. I was like, fuck is this all for? It's supposed to be all for a title that I can only see. They don't even wear it out there when they come out. You can't see it on them. You just see pictures of them wearing it. I'm like, I'm good. A pass. Last match I saw that they did was Charlie Dempsey versus Gable, and I was like, pass. That's crazy.
At least he's getting some main roster treatment.
Yeah, I guess. That is kind of interesting, yeah. We touched on it for a second, but Lyra Valkryia, inaugural women's intercontinental champion. There's that crazy push we were talking about, and the match between her and Dakota Kai, dude, the suplex off of the side of the fucking ring onto the floor.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was fun. These bitches are tough, actually. Like they're fucking wow. And it's crazy because the rest of the match, very well done. Very well executed, but all anybody's thinking about is like, damn, that's a big bump.
Yeah, that's something you don't normally see, and if you do see it, you probably see it in Japan or Mexico. Honestly,
Right. I was just explaining this to Reese. I was like, the things that we're starting to be able to do and see and say is so fucking cool in WWE right now. So much fun. Different move sets. Different collaborations, which we'll talk about later. I mean, all kinds of shit. You know, I talk about the little interview thing that Triple H did with him being, you know, some fucking nerd. Yeah, I hear you guys using a lot of terms like work and shoot and promo. What's going on with that? Are we really pulling back the curtain? And Triple H is like, yeah, why would we?
Been pulled back, bitch.
What the fuck?
Stop living in 1997, bro.
Yeah, we don't live in delusion anymore. We don't like we're not 7. Like it's fine. I need to fix the lighting because I'm Phantom of the Opera over here when I turn this way.
Pretty bad. Yeah, that's actually bad.
It's
like, you're that whole side of your face just in complete shadow.
Don't look at me. Don't look at this side of my face. All right, hold on.
I think my favorite thing are the people who were complaining that Dakota didn't win. And I'm just like, dog, y'all trying to make the first champ somebody who's like pretty injury prone, who disappears a lot.
Right.
Blow down knee. It's like, I'd rather not take the chance and make sure, at least wait a couple months and make sure that she stays healthy.
Yeah.
Before throwing her back into that.
Taking that bump was a good test.
Yeah, that was so unnecessary a little bit.
Yeah, because on top of all that, you say all those things and then you're like, oh, also it was on Dakota Kai. They did that to you. Like, and she survived? Yeah, she did. But shouts out to Lyra Valkryia. I think that, that's a fine choice. It's something where you can do kind of do anything with her right now, honestly. You can kind of put her up against a lot of different women on the roster, and there's probably more heels than there is baby faces in the women's division on Raw, if I had to guess, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because honestly, really, actually, yeah, Lyra, she's actually perfect because she has all of PFC to fight.
Oh, yeah.
She has literally all of them, and I don't know why. They kind of need to stop doing this now because it's almost ruining shit a little bit. They got to stop doing these fucking online-only promos. Because I fucking scroll through Twitter, and motherfuckers are like, why didn't they show this on TV? And I'm like, why didn't they show this on TV? What the fuck? It's like, this is a whole promo cut. And just, y'all didn't show it on TV. Y'all just said, catch it online, catch it on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, whatever the fuck you're using. It's just like, I get it. And I was for it at first, but no, not so much. Because What the fuck?
Because they put too big of moments. Like, they're not using it the right way. Like, I don't know.
Like, the only good thing they really got was having what do you call it? All this Kevin and Cody shit that started online.
Yeah.
And it's like that's fine because it's like that was almost like that moment where he was like you couldn't really tell if it was real or if it was fake because it was just uploaded online by some random person. It wasn't even by them.
Yeah.
So, but now it's just like they're just doing it on their own fucking on their own social medias, and it's just like this is what
Yeah.
we doing.
Again, it's a good thing to do, but you got to do it the right way. They've been able to make, especially the build to WrestleMania 40, and like I said with KO, like they've done it in an extremely right way. Where even with it being a red white, they if it's white, it's right, and they're doing it wet. So with KO and Cody, like you said, that's just a random person who did it, but they purposely did that with the hopes that somebody would record it and put it out there so they can make a thing of it. And they're like, that's a 12 steps ahead type thinking with it. It's like, but if you just do this where you're just hoping people go to your guys' social media to watch this. And I'm like,
no, it's not so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of shit for her to do when it comes to like is a mid-card title holder. Like there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, I agree. Again, you get somebody with like tons of fresh opponents essentially. You think about it, she's been in there, she only did 2 tournaments. She kind of was in like the weird we're fighting Damage Control or Pure Perfusion Collective with like Natalya, and so she's got like friends too that can turn on her. She's they've got enough to work with her.
Yeah. And of course the classic I deserve a title shot. I was like, bitch, we haven't seen you in months. What do you mean you deserve a title? I just got this thing. What do you mean?
What do you mean? This thing just became a thing. What do you mean you deserve? What? Let's dabble into Tuesday. Let's talk about NXT, the start of the Oba era, and much more that happened, such as, where did I want to start? Oh yeah, Fraxium. So I'm hearing that they're called Fraxium now. I don't know if that's always what they've been named it. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's just both their names put together.
Right. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to tell people, I'm going to let everybody know that I'm just deaf then, and they've all probably been saying Fraxium, but I just hear Axiom. So, but now I know. Yeah, they get the win over OTM for the NXT Tag Team titles. And let me say this, that the OTM guys, for the time that they were out there, you could tell that, I would say location. Where they were at when they won it, it was a bunch of people who knew Fraxium and didn't know who the fuck OTM was, but they knew who, like when they won the contendership, they knew who everybody else is. They know Hank and Tank. They're like, who the fuck are these OTM guys? Because of injury and being out and all this stuff, and just the guys who just hang out with Jada. And then you take them back to the where they normally are. People like them. People are saying the out the mud shit with them. Still not enough though.
No, just because they weren't in Orlando.
Yeah. So now that they're back, definitely a little bit more over in the crowd. And hopefully, and honestly, I was seeing, like, even though they lost, I was like, this is good. They should have lost because now they can either, I don't know, try to get another title shot again by doing some fuck shit, or they can go fuck up another tag team. But as long as they stay active, they'll continue to get over in the crowd. Yeah, fuck Eddie Thorpe, obviously. Just ruining every cool moment that there is to have in NXT. Anything that involves anything that's cool, he just fucks it up. And that's fine. I'm glad that that's your character, Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on NXT because I was getting a haircut.
Nice. Well, Oba was doing his thing and out there just cutting the mean promo, getting the whoos from the crowd. And
he talked with his real voice, which was funny.
I did hear that. I did hear that. And then what was it? The Yeah, my favorite match of the night, Stephanie Valkyrie versus Shotzi. Shotzi loses, though. Stephanie Valkyrie, North American Championship contender, #1.
Shout out to Gunner T. That was great.
Gunner T.
She pointed right at him right before she did it.
Really?
And he busted the fattest nut when she was done. Just clip it in. It's great.
All right, I'm gonna have to find it.
It's you'll find it. It's fantastic. The fact that he was called Gunner T. And my only thing about him doing all that, and I'm just like, dog, what is your wife thinking, dog? Like, on some real shit, like,
For
not
real,
to be in your personal life, it's like, you're around a lot of young fat ass.
And I mean, fuck, every time her or Lola comes out, Vic, I need that Cholula green, yeah. And you're like, Booker, calm down, bro. God damn.
Yeah, bro's he's getting too deep. He's gonna end up like the dude on Twitter. RIP to that nigga. The fact that they call him now Goonacide is OD.
Goonacide. I forgot to mention with the Oba Eddie Thorpe thing that the good that came out of that was the interesting sway that NXT did, which was that, you know, the Don comes out and you're like, the Don? And he's like, yeah, Oba, I'm the only one who can take you down. I'm going to take that NXT title. I'm going to hold both titles at once. And we're like, no. Like, we don't want conjoined titles ever again. Don't do that. And then just for Ridge Holland to come out and flex in his face about he's like, hey, look at this photograph, and then showing fucking the Don the photo of him getting fucked up in the Santa suit, and then Thorpe comes out. So I'm assuming, because it's unprecedented, zero context, I'm assuming they're gonna have a strap match, because out of nowhere Thorpe had a fucking strap and was beating the fuck out of Oba with it. Sorry, I should say he didn't beat the fuck out of Oba with it, because the man has zero fucking, like, anything, any type of, like, presence. He wrapped the thing around, like his forearm, and then did a little forearm thing to Oba, and everybody was like, zero pop. Everybody was like, fuck was that? It's a leather strap. Do you want us to believe that it became, like, the densest thing in the world when you did that? Fuck, the guy's a fucking moron. He's a piece of shit. Like, an actual, like, non-creative dickhead. I don't like him.
Or better yet, what they will probably end up doing is have Oba versus the Don, and then Thorpe or Ridge Holland will come out and interfere, and then that'll lead into one of them going for the North American title, because Oba's just so untouchable.
Yeah,
he's undeniable. You can't do anything about him.
100%.
Too fucking big.
He's the ruler.
Because the Don, he had to have his family involved to even get that belt.
That's true.
That wasn't just a straight up 1v1.
Yeah, because we know how that goes.
Hey, that actually could bring in Nikita Lyon too. Bring her back in.
Just saying. Just saying.
When what's
Rizzo?
Fuck. Yeah, I was like, I know it started with an R.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she comes out and interferes, then Nikita can come out and just be like, hey, look at me, I'm still here.
That's right. Which would put Oba over, because I think Oba has to, from now until, like, at least a couple months from now, like, he has to be fucking dominant.
No, yeah, for sure.
So I could see how that'd be a cool program to book, literally just for the payoff of Nikita helping him. That'd be really cool.
And also, we don't know what the fuck's going on with Trick, since he was just like, I'm gonna take the time, gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. And it's just like, what are you gonna do?
He's like, oh, no.
Are you gonna be coming back to NXT, or are you actually gonna go to the main roster? Going on there, buddy.
Main roster for sure. I'm like, this guy, he's gonna, you know what I think he's gonna do is he's gonna do one big program. Usually what these guys do is they do one more big program before they get called up. You know, Melo did Trick, got called up. Dijak did the crazy fucking triple threat, got called up. Lyra lost her belt after being the dominant women's champion for a long time, got called up. Same for fucking what's gonna happen with Roxanne. So usually one last big program or one last big thing, and then you go up. Like, I bet this program between Bayley and Roxanne, after Roxanne clearly beats Bayley, she's going to go up after that. Which brings me to the point of all these motherfuckers complaining about, oh, Raw was only 2.5 hours and SmackDown this and meanwhile, nobody bitching at all that for like the third week in a row, NXT has been cut off in the middle of the fucking show, like because they can't get their fucking timing right. Crazy.
I mean, one of you can blame The Rock because
oh yeah,
nigga really came out there and said, "Nah, fuck that, we're going over." It's just like
the producers were like, "No,
this isn't USA."
Yeah,
you're actually no, they're on USA now, so
NXT's on CW.
It is?
Yeah, it's on CW.
I don't even knew that shit. Oh, okay, damn. Then that's definitely why.
Yep. Yeah. They were like, these are different fucking producers, my guy. No.
We will shut your shit down.
And they do it all the time on NXT. They miss the mark on NXT all the time. Like, some weeks they don't, obviously, but like very regularly. And this was a big one. It was in the middle of fucking Bayley and Roxanne talking. And then they had a brawl afterwards. And it's like, we didn't get to see any of that because it just got cut. Whatever, bro. Yeah. What the fuck ever. NXT, get it together, but you're also doing great. Now, the January 17th episode of SmackDown. Solo got... It's the first time in a long time I've heard the nah, 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 nah. I haven't heard that in so fucking long, man. It immediately brought me back to all... Like, there used to be a thing like every other week to every other month and like Raw, like somebody was getting, because it's Vince McMahon, so somebody was getting fired and everybody in the crowd, nah, 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 hey, 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 goodbye. Sang Solo all the way out the building. He had nothing to say. But guess who did have something to say? The goddamn fucking Samoan werewolf.
That's what's weird is I was like almost immediately I was seeing shit about them saying creative decided to change it so that he didn't say anything.
Right.
Like he was gonna come out to say shit, but then he just didn't. And it was just like, well, you kind of fucked him with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, cool. We got Jacob to cut a promo, but also, damn.
Yeah, and speaking of that, it's like they kind of dropped the ball with a lot of those things with what happened with that whole story. They didn't finish it properly. They dragged it out for way too long with all different kinds of matches that ended up not meaning anything because they were still beefing. Then you got finally the tribal combat match, which was what it was supposed to all lead up to. And then when it happened, Solo says that if Roman were to beat me, even before the tribal combat, if Roman were to beat me and take this Ulafala off my neck, then I would acknowledge him, and so would the rest of my bloodline. That never happened.
Yeah, they wouldn't let the men talk. They treated them like the New Day.
Well,
and they're just like, we don't care what you got to say, and it's like, but story.
Yeah,
you guys are acting like children.
But here's the thing: is I don't think you need a 2-3 weeks out from the actual event for that to happen. And I think that's why everybody's like, why are you even here? Because you could have had him acknowledge him that night. You could have had him acknowledge him next week or that Friday. But you waited 2 weeks on a Friday.
It'll be worse because it's going to be on the 27th.
You mean like, Roman's acknowledgement?
Yep.
You think so? So you think that's when Solo will come acknowledge him?
Yeah, because right after he got the little follow and they ended Raw, they were like, "Yeah, let's do January 27th," and then right. Paul just being smiley and shit. And yeah, like, we really finna wait 3 weeks for this shit?
I guess, cool. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, I can see that. I can see Solo acknowledging him, but then Jacob being like, "I ain't acknowledging you." But
we can hope that's all that happens.
Yeah. But again, speaking of Jacob Fatu, yet again, nailed it on the mic. Made you forget that Solo was even there. Made you forget that Tama Tonga was even in the ring with him. And then they yet again, later in the night, build up for the fucking Braun Strowman shit. And then what did we get? Right after that, they finally teased it one more time. Took Jacob out the ring and fucking... that's right, because LA Knight came out to interrupt them, I'm pretty sure. And then they started fighting with LA Knight, and then Braun Strowman came out to save them. And yeah, that's just another look down where the crowd goes crazy. They didn't have to say anything else. Just moments later after commercial break, they're like, it's officially been booked. Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman, Saturday night main event. Finally. Some singles combat for this man.
Honestly, at this point, I want them to do what they did with Kenny Omega and AEW with Jacob, just because it'll be funny.
What?
Give him all the belts.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
him start coming out with everybody's belts.
Hell yeah.
U.S. Intercontinental. They just did the whole thing with TNA. So yeah, he's gonna run over there, take their fucking belt. Just create a demon.
He's already.
Just it'll look good.
He already is one. Just write it in there. Write it in. Yeah, Jacob Fatu, the star of Friday Night SmackDown, just incredible, and I cannot wait for that fucking match. Obviously, Jacob Fatu's going over, but holy shit, will that match be crazy? Thank you, Braun Strowman, for doing what you do. The backstage segment between Naomi and Bianca. Weird, awkward. This is awkward. Yeah, but saved by an incredible tag team match. And now this upcoming Tuesday, it'll be the Meta 4 girls versus Bianca and Jade, or Bianca and Naomi.
They need to resplit women's tag team belts.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of times they're really not doing nothing.
It's also just like a weird thing where like there will be when they do this, when there's like maybe another women's tag that can do it on the main roster that can like compete, but they'll do this thing where like, no, the NXT girls got to compete for it sometime, and it's like, but
or at least give the NXT tag team champions back.
Yeah,
like reinstate that shit. Because I guess if you got one team for Raw and SmackDown, I guess that's kind of fun. Because I think the only people who were really defending on all three shows kind of consistently was Damage Control.
Yeah.
And they were even doing that through injury.
Correct. So, yeah, I mean, I agree. I just don't. Because what they're doing right now is not working.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, NXT, and again, we've talked about it before. The NXT women's division is just so stacked that it's like you're just having them wrestle for fucking nothing. And yeah, now you have the women's North American title that you threw on Fallon Henley, and we're just like waiting for that shit to take off in any way, shape, or form now. But it hasn't really given all the women something to do. Throw those tag teams in there, though.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had it as a fucking gauntlet match. Because that's the only reason they even have that shit.
Yep.
Because then it's like they're all three kind of champion, but not really.
But not really. It's Fallon Henley. Yeah, that shit was dumb. That was a really whack way. Like, as I talked about when that time happened, like I did not want Kaylani to be the champion, but I also did not want her to lose it like that. I was like, that was fucking whack. And in that tag match with Bianca and Naomi versus Nia and Candice LeRae. By the way, again, Candice LeRae, please go so far away from this business. I can't beg for it enough every week when she's out there. But the star of that match, fucking Naomi, a few times I see an issue. I see a problem when Naomi, Bayley, and Nia are wrestling, whether it be in a tag or against each other 1v1 or whatever it may be. There's too many awkward spots where they mess up, forget where they're supposed to be, especially when Bayley and Nia are wrestling. Holy fuck, do they miss everything when they're together. But Naomi hits this incredible pop over springboard over the top rope to do the fucking face buster. Nails it. And I was like, that seems like it almost went bad, but she fucking crushed it.
Ray and KO. Which, oh yeah, shout out to his show, Canadian Dream, son of a security technician.
Yeah, I saw that finally.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched some of the Ray match, and then I watched Jimmy's match. Like I actually watched it because I'm praying this dude finally gets fucking over. It's like all this dude does is just get his ass beaten, and like now it's annoying.
And I was just saying, this is exactly what happened last night. Fuck, man. So the match seemed like it was going so well just for them to fuck with him. And there's never a build for it. There's never like they're talking shit to Big Jim, or like they just out there fucking him up. Just fucking him up.
That's family for you. That's what happens.
Insane.
I don't care what's going on. You about to get fucked on, bro. Sorry.
So annoying.
But like, I only knew something was happening is because when he got on the turnbuckle, they zoomed in too much. I was like, oh yeah, they're blocking something.
Yep.
And then obviously the fucking crowd starts screaming.
Yep.
And then I'm just like, oh, I mean, somebody's interfering.
Yeah. The hard zoom is a real fucking real dead giveaway. And shouts out to the match and fucking. I just don't understand. People are upset about Melo having to. I'm like, he didn't even job or anything. Like, it was a fucking he lost via DQ. Yeah, I guess. But like it, and then also like, man, just sometimes people fucking forget. I'm like, you forget that he just went out there, had a mid-card match against one of the biggest stars on the company, Jey Uso, and fucking did great. Showed up, showed out. Yet again, crushed it on the mic, still doing this walk into the ring, cutting promos. Amazing. And then he has a comical moment where fucking Jacob and Tom are in there looking at fucking Jimmy, and he's like, yeah, you get them. Yeah, these are my boys. Fucking, and then Jacob doesn't have, I mean, he snapped the shit out of him when he clotheslined him. And he took an incredible bump from a star even bigger than him. Carmelo's doing great right now. And once Trick gets there, you'll see what's happening. You'll understand all of this. You'll get it. This is all for a reason. Once Trick gets there, you think when Trick gets there, Carmelo's not going to be like, hey, Trick, I know you're here. Welcome in. Take a back seat because around here, they know me as him. And it's going to be some people pushing him and shit. Like, get the fuck out the way, Melo. He's going to be like, man, sometimes those guys don't know me yet. They don't know me. Trick going to be like, all right. I see you doing big things.
Legit. They kind of treat him like a little brother, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's legit what they do with Melo.
He's little bro trying to hang out and be big bro with big bro's friends.
And they're just like, get out of here before we beat your ass.
I'm gonna beat your ass. Yeah, the KO and Ray thing was incredible. The line between KO's and like sanity is great, and he plays it so well. Of this whole like, Ray, you know, I'm honored to be here with you, and I hope that when you win the Royal Rumble, you choose me as the champion that you go against. And Ray's like, Kevin, all due respect, you're not the champion. Cody is. What do you mean I'm not the champion? What are you talking? Hold on. What do you mean I'm not the champion? I am the champion. I have the championship right here. Great. It's great. He's a lunatic.
That's who he's always been.
And I like the use of his like real life like dreams of like, yeah, it's been a dream of mine to go against Rey Mysterio. I've never done it, believe it or not. And what an incredible match between them to have that happen that night. When they were saying like, oh yeah, WrestleMania, I was like, yo, I do not want to wait till WrestleMania 41 to watch them wrestle. Make them wrestle tonight. And they gave us exactly what we wanted. And KO, that sly son of a bitch, that piece of shit, he beats Rey Mysterio in his own hometown, which was crazy. And then he goes to pile drive his ass. I was like, yo.
Real psycho hours.
When he was doing the whole like head to the hand thing, I was like, oh no, he's going to do this whole like, I might be crazy, but I'm not going to fuck up Rey Mysterio. Just kidding. I'm going to fuck up Rey Mysterio. I was like, oh my God. That's a child. That is a child. Do not do that. Shit.
Real psycho hours.
For real. And then all again, just for Cody to come out and start the brawl up. Got a brawl.
I think my favorite thing with all this shit with Cody, every time we see him, it's, oh yeah, just getting checked out to make sure I'm cleared. Nigga, you were obviously cleared if you were coming after this man every fucking week.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up with that, please.
It's on site if I'm cleared.
You're cleared. You come out and fuck this man. Kevin never throws the first hit. It's always Cody.
Oh, here he goes. He's going on that KO defense right now.
Going on it. Nigga, I've been on it. The fuck? If your best friend decided to go fucking help the motherfuckers who've been beating your ass, I gotta come after you. Because what the fuck do you mean you helped him? Fuck you. Fuck you 2 times, actually.
Wow. Wow.
That's crazy.
Kevin's
I'm not
right.
just gonna forget that. Kevin's beyond right. He's so right it made him fucking crazy again.
Word. I'll give you that. And of course we end the night with the dude. She's pushing it too much now. She's pushing it too hard. Tiffstory? No. I declined that one. That one, I said, no, I will not take that. You can have it back, actually. I don't have a receipt. You can use my ID if you want. I'm not taking that one. No.
Yeah, I barely watched that match either.
She said...
I legit was so checked out of watching SmackDown. It was just because I was tired.
Maybe for you. But I'm going to say this because I was watching and like there was parts, and I agree with, this is one of the times I'll agree with Amy, where it was like, it wasn't a bad night. Just felt like there was like low spots where it was just like, there's nothing crazy going on right now, you know? And like, there was moments where I was like, I feel like I don't have to pay full attention right now. Like they don't have me locked in. And I think that's all. So I agree with you. On Friday, I was feeling that as I was watching it. I was like, I felt so taken away and distracted. I don't know. Again, not to say that it was a bad episode. It was good. The Piper Niven BFAB match was...
Yeah, I was actually happy about that. Because I was like, I don't know which way this is going to go. And it's like, this is this girl's second fucking match, bro. Do not fuck her over. She needs some type of fucking build up of momentum. Because for me, it was like low-key torture for her to always be with...
Street Profits.
Street Profits all the time. And I'm like, she never gets to do anything. Like, damn. She's just there. And I get it was to keep her in the eye, like, of everybody. But at the same time, I was like, fuck. Please let her do something.
Yo,
so
I'll give her this. She queen of the big boot. She throws a big boot like nobody else.
Holy shit.
Yeah, for real.
She's lanky. She can get it up there.
Yeah, it looks good when she throws a big boot. She threw it like 3 times in the match, and I was like, fuck, throw it 7. I don't give a fuck. Hell yeah. And then her standing on business, fucking Chelsea Green just talking that shit in her ear, and BFAB was like, you know what? Bam, flying clothesline. And she told her, she's like, I do know who you are. And then fucking goes back in there. I was scared when I saw Piper. I'm actually looking at the freeze frame of her right now of her doing the coffin drop onto fucking her back, on BFAB's back, and I got flashbacks of Viscera and fucking Kevin Nash, and I was like, oh no, do not break this girl's back. Do not break her back. It looked bad for a second, but she was good. And unfortunately had to lose to Piper Niven, but hey, paying the dues, show it up, show it out, and she'll be there again. And now, if nobody else has seen it this way, this is me telling you should. I probably had the same perspective as like a regular casual fan, in the sense that, like, again, like I said, if you see BFAB, she's just out there. She's been in some stuff, not too much. But if you see that match now, you have to say that she is clearly a contender for mid-card title. Like, that was somebody you could push up to be a mid-carder.
It's more than likely gonna end up. They're gonna have a tag match. It's gonna be Meechin and BFAB and fucking Chelsea and Piper.
Yeah,
and then eventually, there's gonna be. I deserve a title shot. No, I deserve a title shot. No, I deserve a title shot. Triple threat.
or because everybody in management hates Chelsea Green, they'll go, and you know what, Miss Niven, you've seemed to be in a lot of the matches recently. We're gonna make this a fatal 4-way. Boom.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I think because honestly, I was like, I would hate to leave Piper Niven out, because Piper also deserves to be in that spot.
Piper deserves fucking everything. After carrying Bayley and that fucking title match.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bro, like, I feel like definitely everybody forgot about that title match.
Not this guy, not us.
She carried the fuck out of her with that.
100%.
Yeah. It's like, this is what she can fucking do, but y'all just still have her being best friends with Chelsea.
It's got to be for a better build for her, because it is helping her with exposure too. She's getting able to act more, getting able to put out the character more. We all appreciate that. I'm loving security, Chelsea. Room's all clear. Fucking, I love it. I'm like, shut the fuck. Ain't nothing in there, Chelsea. or fucking Piper. God damn it. Yeah, I like it.
It would be funny if that's a great way that they bring Jade back. So like the room's clear, boot. That's all you see.
Jade.
Piper goes down. Jade steps over her body.
Not clear.
Just stares at Chelsea. Doesn't do anything. Walks away. Goes out, cuts a promo. I know who jumped me.
Bianca.
And it's just like, damn.
Yeah. I will say that was the awkwardness of the promo between Bianca and Naomi. Was that it was like completely unprompted of them being like, still no. She's like asking Naomi, like, still no leads, and Naomi's like, nope, still nothing. She's like, okay, girl, because I would never do anything like that. And it's like, I don't know, nobody.
I still feel like it's Charlotte.
You think so?
It's a good way in for everything.
I don't know, because they already fucking fucked that up. They already just did a promo for Charlotte to say that she's coming back. So now she's probably just going to show up on Friday and or show up at the Royal Rumble. Like, she'll probably show up at a Friday and be like, I'm back. I'll be at Royal Rumble. Yada, yada, yada.
Still feel like she did it.
It's Bianca. We all know at this point, it was Bianca.
Nah.
Like we were saying, the night ended with Tiffy and Bayley were the title match, which, I mean, with the build, everybody knew that Tiffany was going to take this, as she should. Bayley apparently is on this whole thing of she apparently, it's just what I'm hearing from news sources. She like admitted that her WWE title run was bad. She did not like it, and she's trying to make up for it now by helping everybody else do better. I'm like, okay, well, start by not fucking up. Start there.
I feel like everybody's title fucking reign was shit, pretty much. Like that, like all last year.
Io's,
like
hers.
all the women was bad. It was just like, what the fuck were y'all doing?
Yeah. Nia had the best one. Besides, like, Nia and Liv had the best title runs last year.
Yeah, 2023 going into 2024. Like, actually, just the WrestleMania leading up to everything. It was like nobody was doing anything.
Yeah. 100%.
Even the fact that the Elimination Chamber shit, they were there, they just weren't written in to like for matches.
Yeah.
Like knowing that Dom and Rhea were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get tattoos. Hey, where are you? We guys actually need you out there to just run out, do some interference. Fuck. We're on the way. It's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I agree. It was pretty sure until Nia and Liv won, and then it was like, all right, now we're doing stuff. Now we're doing shit. There was parts in the Tiffy and Bayley match where it's just what you come to expect from a Tiffy and Bayley match. I will say that they had a long match and they were working out there. But just like, for example, it's things that like, you know, Tiffany went to go do the cartwheel Alabama slam and like she messed that part up, and it looks like it's because Bayley didn't like lift her properly to do the cartwheel over. And I mean, it's just things like that happen with Bayley's matches on a regular, where it's just like something goes through.
I don't know if you've noticed, but it's a lot of ass and moving around.
You're right. I didn't think about that. I forgot she had so much stuff she was carrying. Her carry capacity's at max all the time. I forgot.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, you know, when you put it that way, great match. When you put it that way. But no, seriously, great match between them. It definitely did strong build for Tiffany. Good on Bayley for literally being the locker room leader that she is claimed to be. Have nothing but appreciation for all that. And it ended out the night in a happy way. Everybody got to see Tiffany win. That's how you send people home happy.
Yeah, I feel like just to... Oh, no, we can't do that because nobody has money in the bank right now.
Right.
It would have been funny as hell. They're just like, oh, yeah, yay, Tiffy won. Who's coming out?
Who is that? Brock Lesnar's music. And then it's Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Bro, that would actually be absolutely amazing if they were able to pull that shit off, like ever in the future. Like no talks of it, like, oh, they've been meeting with his daughter and everything. It's just like, nope. You hear that music go off, and everybody's like, why is he coming out for it? And then you just see her.
She comes out. She's doing the fucking.
Yep, and literally 100% copy paste. That would throw everything off so bad.
Give her the same shorts, give her the same MMA gloves. Oh my
Yep,
God.
everything.
She has to wear it, and then because she's a woman, so she got to cover it up at top. So give her something that has a sword going up it, like that covers her piece. Fuck yeah, dude! Creative,
100%.
Creative. You heard it here first.
Moment.
Take it. You can have it. Just make it happen.
It would be funny as shit.
Oh, it'd be so fucking funny. I totally forgot where I was going from that point. Oh shit, that's so fucking funny. There's just two more things to talk about in wrestling news right now that I would like to touch on real quick because there is.
Why are you touching on it?
Just want to give it a little poke. I don't know. See what it feels like. All right. Well, one, we'll start with the good one, the good news, which is the TNA WWE official signing of collaboration. Incredible. This means AJ can retire and get Hall of Fame in TNA.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I had a video going on in the back. This chick just got choked out. She got up and celebrated.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
How far out she was.
That's a shame. And it sucks that nobody was there for her to be like, no.
Oh, no. The refs and shit, her coaches too, were out there. They were just like, no. You didn't win.
No. Damn it. No. Yeah.
That was unfortunate. All right. Yeah. TNA signing. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah. I think that the things that definitely can happen from this is that AJ can go over there, do a little retirement speech, get put into their Hall of Fame. Maybe do a match if he might not ever be cleared again. Unfortunately. So we'll see about that. But then, of course, the Hardys and the Dudley Boys talking about doing a match. The Hardys being able to come over in general to retire and do like a retirement match and a Hall of Fame match or anything like that over there. It just opens up for so much. And, of course, going down to more of the newer roster and talent, like being able to see Joe Hendry actually come over here. But I'm assuming he's going to win TNA title tonight. I think that is. And then being able to see all the rest of the talent that's on TNA that we've come to know now and really like just being able to come over to do anything with us, whether it be NXT, the main roster, whatever it may be. Such an exciting time, and so exciting that even the idea, the thought being put out there, the rumor that John Cena may stop by a TNA event to show up and do a little promo. I told Reese, I was like, you have no idea you have zero clue how fucking big that would be for TNA, for John, for everybody. Because, John's been to Japan. Sure. I mean, WWE's always had partnership with Japan. Since he's been in WWE, that man has never stepped foot in another fucking business's ring. To see him be in a TNA ring, wow. Just to see it alone would be crazy.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that shit.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to AJ Francis getting back in the WWE.
I saw his fucking Twitter post.
That fucking meme is great.
When you get kicked out, coming in the back door, and you just got kicked out the front door. Fuck. He's so stupid. Hey.
Somebody made that for him. He didn't make that. He just reposted it. That's what makes it even better.
Best choke slam in the business. Best choke slam.
Bro. Honestly, and if they have fucking Jordan Grace put something, because it's something they only do.
The X match. I forget what it's specifically called, but the one where it's the 4 metal posts that have the 4 cables connecting into a title and or like a number 1 contendership with no ladders allowed. She wants them to do that, and I'm like, that would be fucking sick.
Yeah, I don't know about the fucking what's his name? What is that nigga's name? Yeah, Devon.
Oh yeah.
I don't see him coming back to do no extra wrestling matches for nobody.
Yeah,
bro has said plenty of times, bro, I'm fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's just like, come on.
One more.
Come on.
Squid Game in him. One more game, and then we go home. Yeah, they did say when they when people have been talking about that, like everybody, because Bubba wants to do it. He's already said please, where, when, how. Hardys are like, this is what we want, please. And they're just like, all right, well, we'll talk to Devon and see what we can make happen.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. Bro's like, I'm fucking done. All right, just leave me the hell alone. He needs to go call fucking Steve Austin and be like, what do you keep telling me?
What do you say to him? Yeah.
So you keep not having to do shit.
Stone Cold's like, I tell him I'm going to come down there and stomp a mud hole in their bitch ass if they keep calling me. Devon's like, well, I'm probably not going to do that. So
yeah, I don't have that power.
The Jeff Hardy wants the CM Punk reboot. He wants him and CM Punk to do it again, which would be incredible if they can get the time to do that. The possibilities are endless.
And just make it a Saturday night main event thing. That's it. That's all you got to do. No build up, no story. Just like, hey, Punk, we know we had the whole thing like 20,000 years ago, but yo, let's run it back. Cool. Yeah, sure, buddy. All right. See you there.
Let's make money.
Like, oh, that was it. No Cool.
Easy now. Yeah, very excited for that. God, I geeked out on Reese when I read the announcement. I was like, you just have. I told her, I was like, again, I was like, not to be like that fucking weirdo, but I was like, you just have no fucking clue what it was like. Like, you genuinely, like, you'll never be able to experience what we felt as kids when we turned on the TV one night randomly and we were like, what's this 8-sided fucking ring? What the fuck is this shit? And then Sting came out and we were like, Sting? And then some dude with a mask and we were like, who's this, Kane ripoff? Oh, he's Abyss and he's a fucking monster. Well, we were introduced to AJ Styles and fucking all this, and Booker T, and all our favorites were there and all these other people. And at that time, TNA did it in the right way, where unlike AEW, where AEW signs former WWE stars or stars from a different program that are top stars, and all they do is push them, and they don't help push their younger talent enough. Meanwhile, TNA, all those guys from TNA back then because the talent from WWE was coming over and putting on fucking bangers with them. So you remember all these guys for that reason.
Yeah, I barely watched TNA, and it was strictly because they think most of the time it was on fucking Saturdays. And I probably had somewhat of a social life then, so I was never really in the house for it, but I would still see it. And I was like, oh, cool, there's another wrestling program out there.
Yeah.
Straight back to Cartoon Network.
Well, they would do reruns. They would play the reruns of the episode through the week, which was crazy. So, but it would be like super late at night. So it'd be like fucking midnight, 1 a.m. or something like that. And then out of nowhere, like TNA Impact would be on. He'd be like, fucking, it'd just be a rerun. It's pretty cool.
The funniest shit to me about TNA was like, I think pretty much through the pandemic, or probably even a little bit before that, they were just streaming on Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it was just like, okay, whatever. I don't think they do it anymore, but they did for like a good minute, and even they had reruns of like old shows, and I think pay-per-views too.
It's smart. It's a smart way to keep going. The last thing I'm going to talk about tonight is the biggest thing in some of the wrestling news itself is Corey Graves and what's going on with Corey Graves.
Damn, the last time they broadcasted was 3 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know. The Corey Graves demoted to NXT. Are you going to say it's a work?
Oh, no, I was going to say it's good because, like, to me, being at a job where you can't have an outlet of, like, saying when you are displeased, whether it be fucking public or private, is like, fuck that job. Get out of it, please.
Yeah.
But I do feel for him where it's just like, damn, I've been putting up this work. A motherfucker who ain't even been here a year is on one of the main shows. And then you got Pat, which is obvious, like kind of an obvious choice where it was just like, yeah, he's definitely going to be back on Raw because they love him and Cole together.
Yeah.
They're great. They're hilarious.
Great.
But yeah, to fucking have somebody who ain't even been here a year just replace you. And now you're on a 3-man on essentially the B show.
Yeah. And fucking 3-man never works. I hate that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Too many people talking.
It for sure. It showed on that Tuesday. I couldn't stand and it felt unfair to him because I like Vic and Booker together. So like once I saw Corey, I was like, Corey, what you doing here, man? I'm trying to hear Vic and Booker argue with each other. And, they made the best of it that they could. But as everybody pointed out, like you could clearly tell Corey was not happy during the broadcast. So I respect his thought. I mean, I also respect like a lot of people not coming after him, but just kind of like Teddy Long and a couple other guys talking about the situation, being like, you should be grateful you got a job there, man. Like, you should just be doing what you got and, just work what you got. And I'm like, I understand both sides, but
that's just the old way of thinking.
Yeah, because to be fair, I'm like,
why you fucking me?
Right, because he's good though. It's like if it was like another random, like a rando, like if it was just like some dude, you'd be like, yeah, bro, you should be happy you're here. Like if Byron Saxton was pissed off, you'd be like, Byron, you should be happy you got a job here, motherfucker. But Corey is a fucking star, and so yeah, he genuinely should be at least treated a little bit like that. And he's clearly not getting any love from them. So it is unfortunate in my opinion, because I was excited when we thought it was work, or maybe he was coming back or something. And now we're learning that this is genuine heat. He's mad at the company. The company doesn't appreciate that he's mad at them. And now we have no idea where he's at, what he's doing. All we know is he got sent home on that night on NXT when he was supposed to be there.
This is what happens when you got the new generation coming in. We don't really take a lot of shit from people anymore. It's not the old fucking way all these other motherfuckers just take it on the chin and keep rolling. It's like, nah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Can I get some answers to this?
Yeah.
No?
Sure.
All right, then fuck all of y'all then.
Because it seems like, and I would be mad about this too, it seems like his ultimatum was do nothing or be on a 3-man team on Tuesday. And that's horseshit. I mean, hey, listen, the thing is too, is that, Joe Tess is a beast. Joe Tessitore, he good as fuck. He cut that walk-in promo to open up SmackDown with him and Wade Barrett. He used every reference in the goddamn world for that area, for the fucking Intuit Dome. He fucking, or no, it wasn't Intuit. Fuck. Wherever they were at, he used every reference for everybody who's defended a title and or fucking performed there. He's good, and he took on within months. He took it's like, it's hard to say. It's a deep talent pool, but you got to find something for Corey Graves. And it makes me wonder if Corey didn't want to wrestle, or maybe if they offered him that, or I feel like there has to be a lot more to this that obviously we just won't know until it's all done.
Okay, yeah, they were in California.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, on top of that, it seems like they just kind of sprung it on him, which would piss anybody off, really.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh, by the way, you're not going to be doing this this week. You're going to be on NXT. And he's just like, wait, bitch, what?
Why? I feel like even too, he's like, oh, am I taking Vic's spot? Like, no, you're going to hang out with Vic and Booker. I don't think I like this. WWE said no, and they went, we'll be right back.
Yeah, that's just one of those moments where it's just like, I would hope he just saved a bunch of money. Because I just would have been like, oh, that's what we're doing? All right, cool. Whatever then.
Yeah. Well, apparently he still has, I think they said 4 years on this guy. He just signed a 5-year contract, so I think he still has 4 years.
Oh, that's even more fucked up.
Yeah, it's
finding an extension to get less shit, pretty much.
Because, like, why wouldn't you, right? Like, he was on SmackDown all the time. He was getting pushed back and forth between Raw and SmackDown. Of course I'll sign for another contract. 5 years, baby, let's go. Does a whole nother year on SmackDown and doing PLEs, and now he's on now this. All right. Well, that was everything. It was a jam-packed week, as I like to say. That was
everything for you. As for me, fucking Wednesdays and Saturdays just got lit because for whatever dumbass reason, AEW's on Max, and I still have my Max account. So I'm gonna be watching them shits now. I have no idea what's going on over there anymore, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
And that'll still be it for us here on the show, because we won't be covering that shit. No.
I'll cover it.
Darnell, hey, as long as you send them to me to edit, motherfucker, that's how we can put it on the channel.
Oh, no. One take Jakes. He's just doing it.
Keep your eye out for our side series on Growing Up Kayfabe.
That shit's gonna take 30 seconds. It's gonna still be on the show. Easy.
There we go. Check out for the new segment. There you go.
The only thing we're gonna look out for is if Jeff Jarrett is dead yet.
Oh yeah,
In
or
kayfabe, as
Jericho.
he's dealing with that. Oh my god, that old fuck.
All right. Well, like I always like to say, it's if you're watching this, today is Monday. It'll be it's another night of Monday Night Raw, another night of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So please check this out, get caught up, get ready, get hyped up for another night of wrestling, and we will see you guys next week for more Wrestle Talk. Bye, guys.
But